What if I told you that there's a 2-card Drytron FTK? Don't be like the 37.6% of you that have not hit that subscribe button. We're on our way to 100K, so make sure you guys smash the living crap out of it today. So today, we are going to be looking at one of the cheesiest OTK FTKs out there, and it all involves 2 cards, Drytron Nova and Albaya here. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and we're going to Nova on up here. We're going to bring on out Mr. Alpha Thubin. We're going to convert our Alpha Thubin on into the Link Karibo. Alright, we're going to bring back the Drytron Alpha Thubin. Alright, so now things start to get fun. Standard Drytron combos, ladies and gentlemen. Now we get our Ben 10. Ah, yes. Now back comes Albaya. There goes our Ben 10. Alright, this is all standard Drytron shenanigans. There's the Matanas Drytron, and then there's the Herald of Ultimateness. Alright, we're going to go ahead and we're going to overlay. Up comes the Mu Beta. Alright, we're going to dump off our good friend Eltanin here. Then we're going to activate Matanas Drytron here. Alright, Ben 10. Hey, welcome back, Ben 10. I'm glad that you could join us. Alright, up comes the Eltanin, and then back comes the Albaya. Alright. Up comes our Diviner. We're going to need that. Alright. Back comes the Matanas. There's no surprises here yet, right? Alright, Matanas Drytron. Up comes the Herald by tributing off the good cards. Now let the fun begin. Number Archive. So once per turn, quick effect, detach 1 material from this card. Alright, your opponent randomly chooses 1 card in your extra deck. And if it's a number monster that is a number between 1 and 99 in its name, splash summon it by using this face-up card you control as material, but banish that monster during the end phase. Also, you cannot splash summon for the rest of this turn, alright, and this is treated as an exceed summon that will transfer the materials. But this is on standby over here, alright? Shenanigans. We're going to climb on up into the Geonator Transverser. Now we're going to normal summon Diviner. Diviner effect. Send the Odin. Oh boy. Alright. Can't believe we're actually making Odin here. Alright. Yes. Into the Altamaya. You have to send the Odin to get the proper star requirements for the Herald, which leaves us exactly 1 card in our extra deck to be able to do this. Alright, so now Altamaya is going to do his thing. You guys know where this is going, right? Now we spam make all the tokens here. Alright, as many as we need. Easy peasy. Alright, we load up 3 on each side of the field. And then we Geonator, rotate the token over onto our field here. And then we activate Number Archiver. We tell our opponent to choose 1 card in our extra deck here. And then we do the Chronomaly Machumek FTK against our opponent. Ladies and gentlemen, we got him. You just got to watch Drytron FTK. Now let's go take a peep at what the list looks like, shall we? Now here's the thing about this FTK. Now with the Number Archiver making the opponent specifically have to hone in on the specific card that you're going to want them to hit means that you're going to have to amputate some stuff off of the extra deck, which means you're going to have to specifically run this build in order to dedicate and do the FTK. Good news here is it's 100% achievable, and you know you can still do standard Drytron things. For example, you can still produce Draconius and Ultimateness and play the deck on a more played back scale. You don't have to be like super cheesy gung-ho about it, but you do have plenty of options. Like, that's the cool thing about this, is the main deck technically looks as solid as it can be here, and Adam Smith came up with this beautiful creation. So let's kind of peep on in here. So we have the triple copies of the Diviner here. Now remember, you have to send a fairy monster Mr. Odin here in order to produce this card's higher star level. Alright, because if you do, this card's level increases by that. So basically, in order to meet Mr. Ultamaya's stupid summoning conditions out here, alright, not only do you have to step into a Draconius or an Ultimateness along the way, you also have to be able to resolve the Diviner. If you cannot resolve the Diviner, this whole combo falls apart. And as much as I want to be like, no, like, you can do other things, because of the way that this deck is, and you're dedicating all of your resources to that cheese, you really are killing your extra deck for that trade-off. So I guess you could try to put in something like, I don't know, if you're like, oh man, like if this is my FTK goal the entire game, I guess you could try to put in like a Herald or something, like as like a backup plan if something goes wrong, but this is your entire game plan. So if this doesn't work out turn one after you cheese FTK them, it also feels like you're a little bit susceptible to hand traps along the way. But for the most part, I feel like you can kind of mitigate some of your losses here. We have triple copies of Alpha Thuban. Alright, this card is going to be your centerpiece off of Nova. Alright, being able to make sure that you can get to that Ben 10 to start your combo is literally going to be everything that you need. Of course, we have one Altias, 2 copies of Altana. This is actually what puts the bodies back on the field here and makes us able to accomplish that Archiver. If you're like, do you need 3 Altana? No. Then we have triple copies of Albaya here. Mr. Albaya. Getting that ritual spell card is so good. Then we have 1 copy of Ava. Remember, Ava just recently got restricted on the ban list. Sad day. Hope this card doesn't move. Then we have triple copies of Mr. Herald of Orange Light. So the thing with this deck is you're going to use your hand traps as preventative measures to make sure that you can do your job. Remember, when we showed the combo, it was only just 2 cards, which means that the rest of the cards in your hand can be things like Herald for protection, can be things like Saravis here for those additional protection effects as well. And then standard combo stuff here, we have the 1 Ben 10. Like I said, this is going to be your centerpiece for the combo. 1 copy of Edaten for generic power-ups and getting back our ritual spell cards. Then we have Mr. Draconius here. This card has become like a sub-boss monster for this deck. Just having a 4K body you can snap your fingers and deploy onto the field to make sure that you can burst down your opponent with even more damage in case something goes sideways. That's fine. We have 1 Herald of Ultimateness for secondary gameplay. Then we have the 2 Saravis here. As I said, Saravis makes sure that that investment for our FTK is able to resolve. All right, and I can already tell looking at this, somebody's going to go, why not just play 3 Saravis then? Because you don't really have the room to afford this. Like, you're already doing the Heralds and the Saravises at 2 as it is. I feel like trying to play more, you just kind of bulk down the deck, and that's not really something you want to do. You still want to be able to streamline and have a good, decent route of consistency here. Then we have 1 Called by the Grave, enough said. Triple copies of Emergency. Hey, look, we can get to any of our good pieces that we need. Triple copies of Fafnir, so we can get to the good card. Alright, then we have triple Drytron Nova, so we can get to the good card. 1 ritual spell. I don't think you need to bulk down on any more of this. This is beyond fine in my opinion. And then we have triple copies of Preparation of Rites. Hey, being able to get the Ben 10 in multiple copies as a backup plan is really good. Now, we are playing Talents. If our opponent does hand trap us along the way or does try to like devastate the combo, that's fine. Alright. Cool thing is, Talents can draw us into additional extenders, so we can continue the course of playing the game here. 1 copy of Upstart Goblin, doesn't really matter. This is fine. Now, for the extra deck, you're losing 6 cards. Alright, bad news. Well, you're trading off extra deck resources. You could do something to cheese out to get your opponents. We have 1 Link Rebo, the 1 Geonator Transverser, the 1 Number Archive, the triple copies of the Machu Mech, the 1 copy of the Mu Beta, the 1 Bishi Balkan, and the 1 copy of Odin himself. And yes, Odin is coming up for that interaction for the Star Change. Side deck here is going to be things that you'll rotate in to make sure that you can play the game. Alright, so we have the 1 Herald of Arclight, 1 copy of Beatrice, the 1 Zeus, the 1 Downard, the 1 Assembled Nightingale, the 1 Phoenix, and the 1 Unicorn. Look at that. That's a perfect straight side out here for the 7 for the 7. Easy peasy. Like I said, you can become a full-fledged Drytron deck. There's not an issue with that. Alright? It's just, you're sacrificing this for, you know, pulling this off. And then the rest of the side deck here is triple Droplets, 1 Harpy's Feather Duster, triple Lightning Storm, and 1 copy of Red Reboot here. So final thoughts on this deck. This is absolutely cheesy. I love the fact that you can basically take already forged Drytron, alright, reduce the extra deck size a little bit, walk into your locals, and just laugh as everybody goes, what in the world just happened to me? Alright, to me, those are the real victories along the way here. So, do keep in mind that you do get some sort of hilarity out of this, all wrapped up in really your already established meta deck. So guys, what do you think about having a fun little time out here playing Drytron FTK? Please leave a comment down below. Tell me what you guys think. Smash the crap out of that subscribe button. Smash it today so we get to 10K. And I will see your beautiful faces back here later on the day with some more cool awesome content. Guys, have a good rest of your day, right? Peace out, guys. Thank you, patrons, for making the ride never truly end. Without you guys' support, well, I would probably be doing Truffle Shuffle videos for a living. Guys, please check out Vanquill40 for all of your Cardfight Vanguard content brought to you by Vanquill40. And if you are looking to pick up singles, check out mquillgames.com for your trading card game needs. Thanks for watching, everybody.